Back by popular demand, the Metal X platform. We're talking decentralized trading, borrowing, lending, staking, swaps, farms, and more, all in one place, powered by the XPR network, ladies and gentlemen. And if that sounds interesting to you, please smash that like, hit the subscribe, and why not ring that notification bell so that way you don't miss out when I drop juicy, hot videos like this one. And without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Welcome back, wise guys, to another video. You are now tuned in to Wisen Up TV. I am your host, the one and only Wisen Up, aka You Got BKA Jay the Giant Slayer. Now, people have been asking me to do more videos to cover the XPR network and the Metal X platform. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop into this platform and show you guys exactly what it has to offer. The first thing we're going to do is cover the web page. After that, then we'll go ahead and jump into the application. Decentralized, always on chain, 10 powerful tools all in one. So we're talking trading, bridge, lending, borrowing, swapping, liquidity pools, yield farming, fiat deposits, over the counter. The over the counter I haven't really got to work properly. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Streaming payments, guys. For those of you who are all hyped on Zebek, guess what? There are other blockchains that can stream payments. Okay, so all of you guys talking about Zebek being great for streaming payments in HR and for businesses to be able to pay employees. Well, guess what? That is not the only chain that can do payments over time. It's also over here on the XPR network, ladies and gentlemen. And this thing is just surprising me more and more each day I look into what it can do. Moving on along into what markets it has to offer on this platform. Now, it doesn't have a lot of coins right now, but I believe in the near future, they will be adding coins to this list. Okay, they have to do their due diligence and vetting the projects before they get on here to make sure they're compliant, because this is a compliant blockchain. So all the tokens being traded on this blockchain also need to be compliant, so you don't run into compliant issues later on down the road. I guarantee you all of these tokens are non-securities, and they're going to make sure they're non-securities to not get into any trouble before they're actually posted. So they're very limited on what they offer right now as far as markets, but in the future I know it will be expanded. So what they have, real quick, they have XPR, BTC, Ethereum, Metal DAO, Loan, the Metal Token, Doge, HBAR, Litecoin. I have no idea who uses Litecoin. I don't know anyone who even holds any Litecoin, but they always seem to find themselves in the mix some kind of way. But anyway, so Litecoin is there, and of course you have the big bad elephant in the room, XRP. Always powerful, always compliant, which is huge, which means it's on the XPR network. It's on chain. Everything's going to be visible. Everything's going to be transparent. Okay, instant transactions. We have 4,000 transactions per second, 0 gas fees, and that's the most enticing thing about this blockchain, is that there are 0 gas fees. So when you're trading, borrowing, lending, staking, you don't have to worry about paying any gas fees. Now, this blockchain uses what they call the WebAuth wallet. If you guys do not have the WebAuth wallet, you need to grab a WebAuth wallet. I will put a link in the description below that will give you access to my referral code and that will help the channel. So I appreciate you guys in advance. Thank you. And now it's super easy. You download the wallet, you have to identify yourself, you have to KYC. That's what this thing's all about. Deposit crypto, and then you're ready to go. You can also use the Metal Pay, which is basically their fiat on ramp. Okay, so if you don't have crypto you want to send over, you can use the fiat on ramp. Okay, and we will go over that real quick a little bit later as well too. Okay, on this website, what I want to talk about real quick before we go into the application is that they have this little section where they have videos about learning about the blockchain. Now, I covered MetalX lending in my last video. I will put a description of that in below. It is basically the other side of this MetalX platform. The other side of the trading decks is the lending part. But they have all these videos here that can help you understand the platform as well. Okay, so take a look at some of these videos if you guys are interested. It's pretty cool that they started to do that. Now, jumping into the application, I'm going to show you guys exactly what features it has to offer as far as the DeFi goes and everything else. So they have a trading DEX. Now, this is a decentralized trading platform built on top of the XPR network that has 0 gas fees. I do like the chart. They have pretty good charting here, as well as tools that are accessible so you can actually draw on the charts here. You can do your charting. Now, there are a lot of other applications or other charts that you aren't able to have these tools. Okay, so this is actually a really good platform that has good charting and good tools for you to trade with. Limited on the markets, but a good environment to trade in nonetheless. So I like that. MetalX did a really good job on building out the trading, the decentralized trading platform. So the DEX, in my opinion, I think is really nice. Now, up in the top right corner, of course, is where you connect your wallet to any of these Web3 websites. You connect your wallet, and then that's how you can do the decentralized trading. You will authorize the trades in your wallet or authorize the swaps, which is what we're going to get into next inside of your mobile wallet. So the swaps they have here is the ability to swap your coins without being on the DEX. The cool thing about their swap is that they do have coins that are not available on their DEX in their swap. One of the coins that I want to make a video on, that is a very interesting coin that I will make a video on, it's going to be one of my next videos, is Snip Coin. A Snip Coin is a coin that you can trade on the swap, but it's not on the DEX. And they do have various other coins that you can swap, but you cannot trade on the DEX. That is one of them. StoreX is one of them, which is another very interesting platform, which is basically like a Amazon or a Shopify on the blockchain. So I'm going to do a video on StoreX as well. It is built on top of the XPR network and is a very interesting project that no one is talking about. But with that being said, there are more tokens being offered here that are not listed that you can swap into. So please do some research on that and take a look at what they have to offer when you guys are diving into this ecosystem, because there is actually a lot to see. Now, moving on along, they have liquidity pools. Now, I'm not a big fan of liquidity pools personally because of impermanent loss. I've had a bad experience with that, but nonetheless, there are some people who are into it, and the APR that they're offering for these pairs are kind of insane, guys. And with 0 gas fees, you're able to collect this basically passive income without paying any penalties. So if you're already holding these coins, you might want to add liquidity, and you're just going to be making passive income, guys. And that's kind of what we want to lean towards when it comes to this cryptocurrency market. I've been talking about that in my last video. I'm going to be talking about that a lot. Is we have to be able to trust these platforms, just like we're able to trust Charles Schwab, just like we are able to trust Fidelity, just like we are able to trust these these financial institutions, these legacy financial institutions with our assets. We have to be able to trust these protocols and these companies with our assets, or else why else are we in this space? Yes, we're in this space because it's gonna go up, and we know things, it's an innovative space, we know things are gonna go up, but we have to be able to trust the technology, guys. And putting your money into these protocols, or your coins into these protocols, is showing trust, and utilizing what they have to offer is showing trust. And with showing trust, you will be rewarded. There have been bad things that have happened with trusting some of these protocols, when people are getting backdoored and things of that nature. But with companies like this, with companies that you can trust, with companies that are vetted, with companies that are actually backed by the feds, and I've showed that FedNow connection with XPR and the Metallicus team, you want to actually start using these things. Now, like I was saying, these pairs are kind of crazy. I'm going to go over some of the APRs and let you know just what they have to offer here, and then we're going to move on along. But if you're going to put in your loan XPR, you're talking about an 8.4%. Not crazy. Metal XPR, talking about 27%. That's a lot better. Your USDC XPR, we're talking about a 95% APR, which is almost 100% APR on that, guys. Metal, and then your DAO token, 47%. Snips XPR, 3.8%. We're at a 10.6% for Metal and BTC. Doge and Metal, we're at 8%. The DAO token and the XPR token is at 111% APR. Like I said, some of these are quite astonishing. The Lunar XPR pair is at 196%, guys. I'm not going to go over all these. They have more in here you guys can go over when you're taking a look at this ecosystem. But like I was saying, they have pairs that are offering crazy APR. You might want to take advantage of some of these. And if it wasn't for a permanent loss, I would be taking more advantage of these. I do have a DeFi strategy that I will talk about in another video, where I am actually participating, just not with a huge amount of capital. Moving on along, when you throw money into these pools, you will get liquidity tokens. And with these liquidity tokens, you can throw those liquidity tokens into the farms. Okay, so with those tokens, you throw them into the farms, you can farm, hence the word, even more APR, okay, with those tokens. And they have pretty good APR on those pairs as well when you go to the farms. Now you're looking at XPR loan at 24%, XPR metal at 14%, XPR USDC at 45%, metal and DAO at 35%, XPR and snips at 26%. Guys, those are pretty good APRs. Now, if you're just letting your thing sit in here, you're going to be making some pretty good passive income over time, okay? And that's what we want. We want to be able to make passive income, similar to how people in the stock market make passive income on holding dividend stocks. Basically, you get paid every month, every quarter, whatever your dividend pays out, okay? This is what we're doing in the cryptocurrency market. You're basically holding these tokens that are almost like holding dividend stocks. And when you stake them, you get APR, APY, because you're not going to be able to sell them, of course. So you're putting your capital at risk, and you're getting rewarded for it. Now, if you already have coins that you want to get onto this ecosystem, they have a bridge. The bridge has a pretty good amount of tokens. It has all the heavy hitters. The good thing about this bridge is that it is super simple and smooth to use. All you have to do is basically send your tokens to the correct token address, and the bridge does all the work for you. It basically does it super quick. There's no extra steps. There's no a 10-minute bridging process. You literally send your coins over. They bridge over in seconds, I want to say, the last time I did it, and they're ready to be used on this platform if you want to take advantage of the DeFi, if you have Ethereum, XRP, or other tokens that you want to utilize over here. So this is nice feature, and they have a lot of tokens, and I'm sure they're going to add more tokens to their bridge feature. Now the fiat is right here, where I talked about a little bit earlier, the metal pay. After you're KYC'd, you can connect your wallet, you can connect to MetalPay, and then you can use your debit, or I want to say you can use your bank account as well to onboard fiat, and then from there you can go ahead and grab whatever tokens you want. So they have a fiat on ramp, which is huge. So you don't have to only send your tokens over here. They have a fiat on ramp built into the platform, which is very, very big, guys, and it's huge. Now the OTC, like I was talking about, I haven't got it to work properly, and in my opinion, I think it's somewhat redundant, because if we're already doing like peer-to-peer transactions, I don't understand. If I could just send it directly to your wallet, I don't understand why we have this over-the-counter trading mechanism. In my opinion, I think it's kind of redundant. If anyone knows the significance in this and can use and used it properly, let me know. But in my opinion, I think it's just redundancy. But nonetheless, it's here, and they have it, and it's an option. Just one more, thing that they've done to pay attention to detail over here at Metallicus. Streaming. Now, here's what we're talking about earlier, that is not only proprietary to the Zebec network. They are doing it on the XPR network. They are streaming tokens as well to your recipient, and it is 0 gas fees. Stream tokens toward the recipient without lifting a finger, powered by the XPR network. Ladies and gentlemen, it is here. So the HR thing can be done on the XPR network, and I'm sure it can be scaled as well. Gifts. Now this is something that I think is similar to the Zebec network, where they're doing the Visa gift cards that are basically e-gift cards, and you can use those anywhere Visa can be spent. These are gift cards, but they are gift cards loaded up with crypto, and I don't know exactly how these can be redeemed yet. I think you might be able to redeem them like you can redeem other Visa gift cards. I'm not 100% sure, but this is a very interesting feature to be able to send gift cards to users. So that's something that they've incorporated into this platform, and I think it's a very interesting feature. Now this loan takes you over to MetalX lending, and that is the borrowing, the lending, and the staking, powered by the loan protocol token built on the XPR network. And I've talked about that previously in another video. I will put the description, or put the link to that video in the description below. If you guys have not seen it, you need to watch it. It's basically the second half, or the other half, to this MetalX lending platform. To this MetalX platform, they have the lending, and they basically have this trading section, which has all these other features on it too. Now, the last thing we're going to do before we top off this video is we're going to look at the price of XPR network. What is the price of XPR network? How is it doing? How has it been doing? And is it a good opportunity to get into right now? So XPR network is sitting at 0.0064, a little bit over half a cent. Now let's go ahead and look at the day. Today it's up 5.5%, not too bad. For the 7 days, we're up 7%, not bad at all. Here's where things start to get a little bit interesting for XPR. Okay, for the month, it's up 36.1%. For the year, we are up 595.4%, almost 600% for the year. So this thing has been skyrocketing, and we're only a little bit past halfway through the year, but we still have a lot more of the year to go. So I think this thing has a lot more room to grow. Now, with that being said, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, so please do not buy, sell, or do anything that I say on this channel without doing your own research. But with that being said, please, you need to pull the trigger on this before it gets out of your reach, okay? Because this thing is gonna blow up, and it's gonna go a lot higher. With the market cap only being at 180 million, volume being at 22 million, it has a lot more room to grow. This can be at $1 billion market cap in the blink of an eye, and then from 1 billion we can even go to 10 billion, because I can show you projects that don't deserve to be at 10 billion that are at 10 billion that aren't doing a quarter of a percentage of what this project is actually doing. And we're talking about the entire ecosystem built by the Metallica's team, the XPR network, the Metal blockchain, and the loan protocol token. They're all going to be huge. And if you look over here, it's 85% buy right now with the community sentiment, but I think it should be a little bit more, honestly. If you look over here, they're talking a lot of good stuff over here, guys, in the comments. So if you look and read, people are excited about this project and people are expecting it to do good things, and with good reason. Now, that's just about gonna cover the video. Without any more further ado, I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and finish your morning, night, afternoon, whatever it may be for you, and I will see you guys on the next video. Please feel free to throw your 2 cents in the comments below. If you guys have any questions, concerns, opinions, let me know, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace.
You can get rid of the scams of exchanges by decentralizing. And you can certainly get rid of the threat of government interference by decentralizing. Decentralized exchanges are coming, and when that happens, the crypto community will be totally free. You cannot regulate it, you can't make laws against it, you can't tell us what to do or what not to do.